Turning now to politics. In an election season unlike any other, it's hardly surprising that one of the most routine elements of this process would also be interesting. Democrats, still stunned over the come-from-ahead loss by Hillary Clinton, had one last slim hope against Donald Trump in the very thing they despise, the Electoral College. It was never to be, and by late afternoon, official word that Donald Trump had officially surpassed the necessary 270 electoral votes needed to win the presidency officially and become the 45th president on January 20th. We have Fox team coverage. Peter Doocy's at the Trump compound in Palm Beach, Florida, where the president-elect is continuing the transition process. But we begin with Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen and where the Electoral College voting stands right now. Good evening, James.
Brett, good evening. Two faithless electors in Texas cast votes against Donald Trump in the Electoral College today, but it was the Lone Star State that put the president-elect and the vice president-elect over the top.
Sound the alarm.
Around 200 protesters in Harrisburg braved freezing temperatures and tall odds in their quest to deprive President-elect Trump of the 270 electoral votes he needed to advance to his inauguration next month.
I'm here today because I feel like it's the last chance we have to really save this country.
Inside the state capitol, however, amid some jeering, Pennsylvania's 20 electors dutifully cast their ballots for the Republican who last month flipped their usually blue state to red.
That the vote for President of the United States was 20 votes for Donald J. Trump, and the vote for Vice President for the United States, 20 votes for Michael R. Pence.
And so it was around the country, with small protests in each of the 50 state capitals doing little to slow the Trump juggernaut. Of the first 10 states he won that participated in the Electoral College balloting, none witnessed any defections. Indeed, the first so-called faithless elector popped up in Maine, a state Hillary Clinton won, to switch his vote to Bernie Sanders. One Texas elector pledged to Mr. Trump said he would vote for Ohio Governor John Kasich. Kasich himself, however, encouraged all 18 of the Buckeye State's electors to cast their votes for the governor's former rival from the GOP primary.
It's an important responsibility. And as we cast our vote today for the president-elect, Donald Trump, then sometime in January we will have an inauguration and we'll have a new president.
Former President Bill Clinton, no stranger to the Electoral College, cast a vote for his wife as an elector from New York. Democratic electors in Colorado, another state Mrs. Clinton won, employed litigation tactics up to the very end to become unbound from voting for her, as state law requires. Their gambit was part of a convoluted plan to lure pro-Trump electors in other states into defecting. All 9 of the Centennial States Electoral College votes went for the Democratic nominee, even after one elector voted against Mrs. Clinton, only to be replaced by another who voted for her.
This has been a vast exploration in sour grapes. The Democrats lost this election because Hillary Clinton was a flawed candidate who failed to campaign effectively in the states that mattered.
In Washington state, 3 electors bound to vote for Mrs. Clinton instead voted for Colin Powell, a 4th for a Native American elder named Faith Spotted Eagle. The state's Republican Secretary of State said she will work with its Democratic Attorney General to see that the 4 faithless electors are each fined, as state law provides, up to $1,000. Brett.
Faith Spotted Eagle. James, thank you.